Hello and welcome back to the BOS Penthouse Experience. I'm your host, True Legend, aka DVM. I'm here with my co-host, Orlando.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Steven.
What's up, guys?
And yeah, so we don't know if we're gonna be doing any more episodes. I'm pretty sure coronavirus is gonna cancel our show, so I hope not.
Oh yeah, that corona's gonna get us, dude.
Oh yeah.
You know, I saw like an 8-pack of that at the store the other day.
Did you buy it?
No.
Speaking of we're running low on toilet paper here at the home.
You know, actually on Reddit today, I was scrolling through it, and I got to this picture that said, "Congratulations, you scrolled so far, you found toilet paper." It was just a picture of toilet paper.
Freaking man, everything's getting canceled.
I know.
Freaking all the
Sports,
singer schools got
school,
freaking canceled for like a month. Lucky bastards, man.
school, like university through preschool basically is
Yeah.
canceled. Sports are getting canceled. I mean, it's crazy. Major events like concerts.
Do you know
Anything-
if that Motley Crue got canceled yet? I know your mother's going.
I'm not sure, but I know she was pissed off because Disneyland closed. Actually,
Oh, yeah,
I guess
that's
she
right.
was gonna go in like 2 weeks or something, but they're closed right now because of the coronavirus.
That's unfortunate, but it happens, I guess.
Yeah, you know, I think there was a joke like every 20s since like the 1600s there was a different type of plague.
Right.
I forget, like one of them was like smallpox, one was like Spanish flu. Or
I think the Spanish flu is probably the worst. One of the worst.
I don't know much about the Spanish flu. I don't know what it did.
I killed off a lot of people.
I mean, who did it kill off? Just Mexicans? Because
No, I think where did that Spanish flu
Or-
take place in?
was it Europe or?
I think it was here in the U.S.
Really?
I might be wrong on this.
Yeah, I have no clue. I honestly don't know.
You know what killed a lot of people?
What?
Irish potato famine.
I thought you were gonna say D's nuts for some reason.
Oh. It killed a lot of women, I will say.
You know, there was I read a book about the Irish potato famine in high school.
Honestly, I was doing a video for my gaming channel, and I just joined a random party on a freaking Fortnite community on PlayStation, and there was an Irish man, and then someone said Irish potato famine, and I didn't know what it meant. I just thought it sounded funny because he was Irish. Then I searched it up. I was like, "Oh shit, that's kind of fucked up."
They basically their main source of food was ungrowable for a long time, so they were like starving to death.
We were all dying, man. I felt bad. I was like, "Oh, poor Irish man."
Yeah, well, you know, most of the dads were getting drunk at the bar anyways, so they didn't care.
In the Holocaust, weren't Jewish like based nothing on fucking potatoes?
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
watch the.
I thought they were
Pianist.
based on.
That's
like,
where I got it from.
Wait, what'd you get it from?
From the movie The Pianist.
Oh, I've never seen that.
It's a good movie.
I'm tired of cooking potatoes and potatoes. That's a good movie. I was actually watching it recently. It's a really good movie.
What'd you watch it on?
Amazon.
It's on Amazon Movie.
Video or something like that.
It's on there for free.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know if something about that era. I really want to go back and just be around it. I don't know, not because of what happened.
Do you want
just
to be like a
kinda
spectator almost?
Yeah, switching sides.
Like spectator mode, just watch it fall, like
know.
go through.
Gosh, just spectating everybody.
Dude, I would be terrible. I'd be in World War II. I'd be like, now kill that one. Now kill that one.
There's
Now
some
kill
Jews
that
over
one.
there.
I don't know.
Hey, Russians, there's some Germans over there. Go get them.
Mother Russia will prevail.
You know what I would do if I could go back in time is I'd find one Russian soldier right after they took over Poland and be like, by the way, they're going to ambush you guys in like 2 years. He'd be like, what? And then I'll just disappear.
Honestly, I'd probably just kill Hitler before he even did anything.
See, historians say that even if you killed Hitler, it wouldn't have mattered. Someone else would have just rose to the occasion.
I'll kill all. Keep killing them. Just keep killing them.
Just keep going and going and
Just
going.
keep going back in time.
Now, I don't know how factual this is, but I heard that this was from a different podcast from the JRE, but that Hitler was doing a lot of amphetamines and like liquid cocaine, and he was getting
Oh,
that
yeah.
injected into him.
Oh, yeah.
And he went on a rant when I guess Benito Mussolini was trying to get out of that, and he ranted for so long that he just he just kept on going because of Hitler's rant.
What a badass, man.
I know, right?
Liquid cocaine.
This man was partying harder than most teenagers today.
Yeah. Oh, hopefully soon when Steven's back for the podcast.
Oh,
Do you wanna
I'm gonna miss 2 podcasts in the near future.
What
It
were
won't-
the dates again?
I believe it's gonna be for you guys. It'll be, I believe, the 5th and 12th of April when it's released.
So whenever Steven comes back, we actually have a pretty good story to tell, and we're gonna be featuring 2 guests in the podcast. And yeah, it's gonna be a story, but just look forward for that.
It'll be something. I'll
It
say
definitely
that.
will be something.
Something to say the least, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, back to coronavirus. My sister was actually at Walmart yesterday talking about how everyone was going crazy buying up like all this shit. And I was like, you know, if I was at Walmart, you would see all these people with toilet paper, masks, hand sanitizer, and then you'd see me with like 500 Reese's sticks.
And chicken patties.
Yes.
bunch of chicken patties.
Yes.
Holy smokes.
Speaking of which, I have to go get some chicken breasts.
I'm down. Let's barbecue.
Barbecue.
Well, how else do you cook chicken breasts?
Oven.
Oh, I meant like raw chicken
Pan.
breasts.
Pan.
Yeah, I guess. All
Yeah,
right.
it's terrible weather right now to barbecue. It's like windy as shit.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
all you
Yeah.
need is a white dad and some Coronas.
And Coronas?
Yeah.
Man, just stay sober. That's only fucking you up more and ruining your immune system, and stay clean.
Stay very
Isn't
clean.
it better to die drunk than sober?
It's better to die on heroin.
You'll be numb.
No, you'll be in a state of bliss.
I'd say that's numb.
Yeah, okay, so if you had to commit suicide, if you had to,
Oh, gun to the back of the head. Hit my,
Tell me about the rabbit's land.
I think it's called your, I want to say it's called your cerebral cortex. It's the part of your brain. Oh, no, not the brain stem. I would aim for that.
see that for me, that's a depressing way to go. At
It
least
is
with
depressing.
at least with a heroin overdose, it seems like it was an accident.
See, I don't think it's depressing because if you do manage to hit the brain stem, it's just lights out.
No, but like depressing to the people around you. They're like,
You're
"Ooh,
going to be
this
dead.
guy
Why
was-"
do you give a shit? You're killing yourself anyways.
That's true, I suppose.
I don't know. Just the thought of it happening is depressing. Even though you're gonna be dead, you're not gonna know what the fuck happened. But
Oh, yeah. You can't. You won't. You're just gone.
it's gone.
I don't know.
You're just like, I'm out. Peace.
See, if I had to, it'd be a straight up heroin overdose. You're gonna go out in a state of bliss. Like, why wouldn't you? And you're not even gonna know that you're dead. You're just dead.
And then at your funeral, they're going to be like, he was such an inspiration, just like Juice WRLD.
It's terrible, man. It's terrible.
Yeah, fuck Juice World.
Oh gosh. Speaking of drugs, man, freaking yesterday, but Friday, I was working and I came across this homeless guy, and he was in the alleyway. I'm supposed to kick out like anybody in the alleyway, and so I see him laying down on this fucking raggedy old couch, and I've kicked him out before. So this time I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? So I walk up to the guy, I see his hair. I'm like, sir, it's time to get up. And this was probably like 7:35 about roughly in the morning. And, oh gosh, yeah, I had to keep kicking the couch to wake him up because he wasn't waking up. And after that, he woke up because I told him I was going to call the police, and freaking, dude, he got so pissed. He's like, why are you calling the police? Why? I was like, dude, I've kicked you out, man. Look it. It says no trespassing, like on all against the wall. Like, he's like, I'm just trying to sleep. I'm like, I don't care, man. Get out of here. Then he started calling me like a faggot and everything. And I was like, okay, buddy. And he's like, you're harassing me. I was like, I'm not harassing you. It's like, you know how many security guards are harassing me? I was like, oh, tell your story walking, buddy. Go get fucked, man. Just go fuck yourself. Cussed
You
him
know,
out.
I have a very similar story. I was at, do you know where Fresno County EOC is?
Right.
You know where that is?
Yeah.
Okay. I was running one of our night shifts, and the officer goes there at nighttime. And right by the cafe, I was walking up, and there's this lady. She's like, getting ready to leave, picking up her stuff.
Right.
And I don't say anything to her. She's just like, I know, I'm leaving. So I still haven't said anything. My radio goes off, and I'm talking to the people on our radio, and she thinks I'm talking to her, and she's like, no, fuck you. I'm already leaving. I'm just thinking, I'm not even talking to you.
Freaking, there's this guy. He's walking all along the sidewalk, back and forth at my site, and I think he has Tourette's because he's always walking back. He's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you, man! I'm gonna fucking tear your ass apart!" I'm gonna fucking. Then he got to the part where, so you want me to kick your ass? And he started hitting the air, and all you hear is, "Ah, ah!"
He was hitting what?
The air, like he was just punching the air.
Drugs, dude. That's drugs.
Drugs, Tourette's, or the weirdest orgasm ever.
That's all I heard from the side. And I was
An
watching.
orgasm where you get violent?
I mean, I could see it happening. I mean, you've seen South Park informative murder porn.
I'm pretty sure you can get pretty violent. Sexual intercourse, and then you're about to finish. Oh, fuck!
You're just like, she's all choke me, and you're like, oh shit,
She's
babe.
dead.
No, you're talking to the wrong guy. Don't do that. You're gonna get arrested, man. What the fuck?
It was not my fault.
It was not my fault. She said to choke her, so I choked her.
She said choker, and I did. I delivered.
I don't know if that would follow through in court, would it?
I delivered the choking, and I delivered the baby.
But baby is no longer alive. But it did. But it's okay.
I got no Russian. I can't.
I mean, it's bad Russian. I mean,
But it's still funny, you know?
yeah, you know,
Drink plenty of
it's
water.
Soviet Russia. It's funny.
I'll butcher any accent. I'm not that good at
Do
accents.
one. I want
I
you
mean,
to
you're
hear
butchering an American accent right now.
Is this an American accent?
Do it.
I
It's very
guess.
Californian.
You know what's funny? I don't hear ourselves as having accents, but go anywhere else in the world and they'll be like, "You're from the United States, aren't you? You have an American accent." And I think that's the trippiest thing ever that people think that.
I think we have more of a Californian because I know Boston. They have a
we have a I would say it's not that we have an accent, we say things that other people don't say.
Go to Boston, go to New York, go to Chicago. You can hear the difference.
Yeah.
Sounds like a trip.
A Boston accent? I don't know.
Just go hear other people's.
That sounds very like Mississippi.
I was trying, because it's a mixture of like, what is it, like Southern and, I don't know. It's got a mixture in there of something.
Yeah, it probably does.
How do you do a southern accent?
I think a Southern accent is just how rednecks sound, like the stereotypical redneck.
Explain.
We don't take kindly to your two around here or something like that, you know?
It sounds
Close enough.
ignorant.
I say that because I remember back in, I think it was senior year, it was a English class I was taking, and we were reading a book. I forgot what the book was called, but she was giving us extra points if we did like a southern accent, and I did it. But
What year was it?
2000.
No, like what grade?
Senior. A senior.
Senior. I'm trying to think of the books we read.
I think the teacher was Escuera.
I
Mrs.
didn't
Escuera.
have her.
Oh, okay.
I had the crazy bitch, Lance.
Never had her.
Oh,
Name
really?
drop.
Dude, that teacher, let me tell you about this teacher. She would tell us the most interesting stories, like the things you shouldn't tell high schoolers.
Like what?
She would say things like how she had lesbian encounters in college, or she would talk about how when she's on her period. And we used to have a student teacher, like one of those teachers that's trying to become a teacher.
The
And he
TAs?
would sometimes teach the class instead of her. And one of the students jokingly said, like, "Hey, you guys should be a thing." And she looked at him with this look, and she was like, "I think I could do better." Just right in front of the dude. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Oh.
And then I can't remember. He responded pretty funny. It was a good clapback. He said something like she couldn't handle his beard or something. I forget what it was. It was really funny at the time.
Mrs. Lance, if you want to come on the podcast, by all means, you can come on.
And all clear place for you to sit.
Oh, shit. Oh, I wish you guys could see that. But and then I switched out of her for the second semester or whatever, but my friends that stayed with her said something like when they were doing their senior projects, she wasn't even checking it. She was just like looking at the front page and check marking it if you did it or not.
Speaking of senior projects, what did you guys do for yours?
Well, like for the paper, I just bullshitted something about Saving Private Ryan. Like 10 pages of bullshit. It was the worst paper I've ever fucking... Like, I've written good 4-page papers that would trump that 10-page paper. She didn't even look at it. She just marked it. And then, like, for the the part where you're supposed to like volunteer in the community and shit.
Mhm.
I just had one of my friends in band pretend I was tutoring him, and we recorded him in like 2 different pairs of shirts to like show progress. Like I said, okay, play as shitty as you can, and then I said, okay, play as good as you can. And we fucking faked that whole project in like 30 minutes.
I don't remember anything about my senior thingamajigger. I just remember the project, and I was in desperate need. I was running out of time. So what do? I go volunteer at a fucking church.
Terrible.
I was a fucking helper, man.
The only thing you should volunteer to do at a church is arson.
Or a
Fuck, dude.
I wouldn't mind being a musician there. That'd be tight.
Oh, heck no.
No, why not?
Terrible music, man.
I can already see Orlando. He's like playing like rock, like hardcore metal, but it's like Christian or something.
And God this, God that. You sure you want to be in there?
He's all doing that scream stuff. God!
I fucking love God!
All thrashy. Oh man, no. Well, my senior project, it was a lot like yours, Steven. I had a buddy of mine who drove stick. His name is Juan, and he has his own business now. Good guy. Anyways, I told him, hey, let me take a couple pictures of you, and I'm gonna say that I taught you how to drive stick.
That's totally giving back to the community.
I know. It was, dude, I don't know what the hell was wrong with this old bitch teacher that I had. She didn't question anything. She's like, oh yeah, you did great. I'm like, okay then.
I feel like they're so, because at that time of the year when you're turning it in, they're also focused on like the activities that you do postgraduate. I don't think they give a shit. Like, because they're focused on the Disneyland trip, the I don't know what it's called, but they have like a barbecue by the pool, sober grad, all that shit.
Did you guys go to Sobergrad?
I
go.
didn't.
No. Oh, actually, no, I did. Yeah.
Was everyone really sober?
No.
Okay, guys.
Dude, I had a friend that almost OD'd at sober grad. He was taking selfies on Snapchat in the hospital. And he just, like, the caption was like, my first OD. I'm like, the fuck?
Dude, sober grad sucked balls, dude. It was fucking boring. People were playing pool. I played with that for a bit. There was bowling. The next, you know, I was fucking knocked out in the fucking table for like, I don't know how long until we had to leave. And I was like, dude, this is fucking terrible. How's anyone having fun?
You know, when you said they were playing pool and you said I played with it for a little bit, all I thought of was like, yeah, there were some women. I played with it for a little bit.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to take that one out.
No, you just grab him by the pussy.
Oh, no.
No, that's not Russian. It's supposed to sound like Trumpy.
You want me to sound like a Cheeto?
I like Cheetos, man. They're pretty good.
It ain't easy grabbing him by the pussy.
It ain't easy being cheesy. But, freaking... Back to the church thing of me being a volunteer. Before I ended... Now, I'm pretty sure... We're not religious, right? Correct. None of us are religious, right?
No. I think Orlando's more agnostic than anything, but...
No, I don't put a label on it. Because then
Then you're
you're still...
agnostic.
I'm nothing.
You may not put a label on it, but we're going to put a label on it.
Okay, you cisgendered white male bitch.
Okay, you attack Apache helicopter, bitch.
Apache helicopter? anyways, on with your story.
She asked me if I believed, and I was like, oh, great, fuck. And then I was like, no. And then she looked at the other lady, and they're both old, and they're like, he's a lost soul. I was like, bitch, you better be a lost soul right now if you don't shut the hell up.
No, here's what you say. You say, I believe there's a key to your pants.
Dude, they were fucking like 70 years old. What's wrong with you?
Hey, they might
Definitely.
be easy. And you don't have to worry about, pulling out because they can't get pregnant anyways.
Ooh, they got a place to sit. Jesus.
So what church? What church was that?
It was a new St. Mary's Church.
So it was Catholicism.
The new. Which one's the new?
People call it new.
Is it the big one right there on the? Okay.
Yeah, that one.
I've heard that some people refuse to go to it because they're like there can only be one St. Mary's in each town. Is that true?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You're talking to the wrong. I think Mo would have been a great person to have for.
Moses isn't Catholic. He's a Christian.
He's apostolyptical or whatever the fuck.
I think it falls within Christianity. He's told me he's Christian.
Yeah, he's a yeah.
Because he said there's like a difference between Christians and Catholics, and he says Catholics are like I forget how he describes them.
The Catholics, they praise the Virgin Mary, and
Yeah, I
then
forget.
Christians, you can only praise God or something like that.
And then Jesus is God, or like Jesus is like the flesh, God's the spirit or something. I don't know.
The Spirit, the
See-
Holy Ghost, the Spirit, and
See,
something
religion
else.
is a complicated cult. I don't get it.
I don't know.
They bring in the money though,
Oh yeah,
That's what it's
They
about.
don't even get taxed.
and if you're Catholic, they bring in the children too.
Oh yeah, little boys, little boys.
Yeah, but no, that's weird that I heard that you said that you were a lost soul.
Because I didn't believe.
But see, out of religions, I went with this one person before. Her name was Inez, to a fucking Mormon church.
Oh,
It was terrible. Anybody that doesn't believe in their faith, they're considered a black sheep. So I just
so
took
they're
that.
calling him a nigger.
No. No. A black sheep, believe it as that.
A black sheep.
A black sheep.
But it'd pretty much be like a lost soul like that too. But that's why they try to convert you. But do you guys deal with those Mormons? Or they're not Mormons. Sorry, Jehovah's Witnesses, not Mormons.
Are you talking about the people who ride around on the bikes in their white shirts and black pants, or are those Mormons?
I think those. I went to a Jehovah's Witness temple.
Dude, those people you just described right now with the tie and whatnot,
Uh-huh.
they used to be all around Tangerine Hills when I was working there. And they'd always
Oh,
pass
yeah.
by me and hand me a fucking picture of God, and I would just go
Oh yeah,
toss it away. I'm like, I don't need this.
that reminds me of
That's-
I don't remember if I talked about this already, but when we used to work at Me and Ed's, and I delivered to this guy named Greg at this church. I remember one time he asked me if I was religious, and my dumbass just straight up said nope. Didn't even think about what I was doing or who I was delivering to. And-
That guy gave me a Bible. He asked me the same thing. I'm like, I'm looking for God, and he gave me a Bible.
His face went just from like full on happy for getting his pizza to just disappointment right when I said no, and he's like, well, if you ever have a change of faith, you're always welcome at my house.
I wanted at the time.
Thank you. Here's a pen and here's the receipt. Can you go ahead and?
Oh,
Tip?
he already signed and tipped it, so I was good.
Oh, really? No.
There you go.
When I told him that I was looking for God, he gave me a new Bible,
Oh wow.
and we talked for a little bit. But I was just bullshitting him, and also I was high, so I didn't care.
He was all, oh yeah, he's high up there. You're like, oh yeah, I'm high, all right.
Oh man. No, yeah, but those those Jehovah's Witnesses, they're something else. We have some that come over to my house. Like I
They
live
come
far.
all the way out there.
They go all the way out there. They're okay, so they're well dressed. They're in like their suits, and then they have their fancy SUVs. And I'm like, don't you guys work?
And they're like, this is work.
That's their thing. They're on a mission to convert everybody. But I'm like, what a fucking cult. Like,
Dude, they don't believe in anything.
no, they do.
Like no
Jehovah.
holiday-
Oh,
Well,
no,
I mean,
no,
like no
yeah.
holidays, no birthdays, no nothing. They just don't believe in anything. Like it's such a horrible way to live.
Such a boring life. Yeah, but
They're on a mission. So
I'd rather be a filthy Jew. No, I'm just kidding.
Jesus Christ. Oh man.
at least you're circumcised.
We're not
Is
racist.
that
We're not racist.
is that a Jewish thing?
What?
I think that's an American thing now. It
'Cause
was
I
based
know-
off on religion.
I know it was based off trying to get boys to stop jacking off. 'Cause
What?
They thought if they cut your foreskin, it wouldn't be slippery enough for you to jack off or something like that.
Explain that. I don't know.
So like the original purpose of cutting off the foreskin on the penis was to try and stop young men from jacking off. Because I guess with the foreskin it's easier to do it by like itself.
Like self lubrication.
Yeah. Like but yeah, it didn't stop us.
Nobody's cut here, right?
I
I'm
am.
not.
I'm cut.
Get the hell out of here.
You fucking Jew.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Girl, it's time to finish Hitler's final plan. Kill the cuts.
He's the last one we're looking for. Finish the mission.
What if that's why Hitler was mad?
You're
Because
the
he was
last one.
uncut and he just liked the way cut penises looked, and then
Dude, he's the
like,
biggest contradiction ever. He's half Jewish.
yeah, he is.
And he wasn't even like he was Austrian, wasn't he? Not German?
I don't know much about him.
I'm pretty sure if he wasn't fully German, he was at least some Austrian, I think.
The only thing I know about Hitler is that there was a theory that he didn't die. He went to
Okay.
Argentina.
A lot of Nazis like fled when they were losing, and they went to Argentina. They have like Nazi colonies out there right now.
There's always a possibility, but I'm pretty sure he's dead now.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Unless that super cocaine that he got mainstreamed into his veins
Well,
kept him alive.
He was in the late stages of syphilis, which was not only driving him insane, but it will kill you eventually. Even if he didn't off himself, he only had at best 3 to 5 years. Like, that's the one thing I don't like about... Have you ever played Wolfenstein?
No.
Hitler's in that game, and he's like a really old man.
Oh,
I want to play the game now.
He wouldn't be alive in that game, even though they're like 10, 15 years in the future. Because it's basically, Orlando, it's based off of what happened if Germany won and conquered the world.
Mm-hmm.
In one of the games, Hitler's still alive. There's a scene with him, but he's just an old, frail old man.
Is it the one where he's pissing in the bucket and he shoots somebody?
Yeah, something like that.
That's really
He's like
funny.
a frail old man, but like, if you think about it, that wouldn't be possible. He'd be dead. Because back then, we didn't have I don't think we had a cure for syphilis. But he was so far gone, he'd even be dead if we administered the vaccine.
Right. Speaking of vaccines, you know how AIDS is still around, right?
It's almost gone, actually.
Yeah, but I remember, when was it? At the time around like when Freddie Mercury died or something, I guess there was one guy who actually was like cured from it. You guys know anything about that?
I know that they recently cured another guy of AIDS.
Really?
I don't it's something to do with stem cells.
How
Wait,
recent?
so was it cured or is it just
So-
dormant?
Basically, they said he was HIV free after testing him it was like 2 years after contracting the virus.
Mm-hmm.
And he had some kind of stem cell treatment. I don't know exactly what. It was one of the, you know how Google shows the little articles when you open the app? I clicked on it because it was one of the articles. It said the second man ever has been like cured of AIDS or something like that.
Because I know there's like positive, but they're undetectable.
You're probably
That's
thinking
because
of
of the
sickle
treatment.
cell.
But how
There's,
recent was it?
It was very recent, at least less than a month ago that I saw this article.
Wow.
So we're close.
All right, everybody go
Now-
get AIDS.
No, actually, if people weren't so afraid of stem cells, we'd probably have a cure for it by now.
Same thing goes for cancer, right? Isn't there, aren't we close with that too?
Maybe. I don't know much about that. I mean, Alex Trebek's still alive, and he only had like a 14% chance.
What a time to be alive.
He said something about it on Jeopardy. He said like the 1 year survival rate in stage 4 is like 14%, and he just passed a year.
Mhm.
And I guess the 2 year survival rate's like 7%. So if he makes 2 years, that'll be impressive. Either he's really lucky, or the Hollywood elite have a secret we don't know about.
Isn't it the key to stay alive? It's just you have to have the will.
And the money.
I mean, I'm sure that's part of it, but I mean, if someone shoots you in the head, if your will to survive, do you think that's going to keep you alive?
I mean, if you're shooting the head, you're done. You're brain dead because you can't use your brain anymore.
Well, okay, what if he shoots you in the chest and you bleed out? Like,
I mean, you can have the will to hold off for a bit, but eventually you will bleed out because
yeah.
you're gonna lose all the blood.
Yeah, so I don't think your will. I mean, I feel like, are you talking about just not being stressed about it, having a positive outlook? I think that's what you mean.
I think so, yeah.
Because, yeah, a positive outlook will probably help, but I don't think it will protect you.
Right. It may suppress it for just a bit longer.
Especially what he has, pancreatic cancer. I think that's the deadliest cancer.
What is that? I never heard of that one.
It's cancer on your pancreas. I believe the survival rate of stage 4 after 4 years is like 0.0 something %.
Shit.
The lowest survival rate of all cancers, if I'm correct. It's also the most aggressive.
Right.
It spreads rapidly. It's very hard to detect. Like, for example, Alex Trebek, they didn't find it till he was in stage 4 already.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's like if you catch it in stage 1, which is rare, your survival is like 20%
Okay.
or something like that.
The more you know.
On the opposite spectrum, skin cancer is virtually curable easily. You can literally see it on your skin when it's growing. You just burn it off,
Like a wart.
pretty much.
See-
My old biology teacher used to do that like twice a year. He'd go to the doctor and they'd burn off all his little cancer cells on his skin.
Okay.
See, maybe it's my ignorance, but if I came down with any kind of cancer, I wouldn't be trying to fight it. Like, fuck chemotherapy. Like, it just sounds miserable.
He's like, let's go heroin.
He doesn't have the will to live.
No, it's not about the will to live. But I mean, if you're gonna, if like chemotherapy and gives you a couple years or a year or two or whatever more than if you didn't do anything.
Seems like a lot of work.
Yeah. I mean, you lose all your hair. I mean, you're killing your inside pretty much.
You
So-
could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you?
Back to me.
Heroin overdose.
Back to heroin overdose. Freaking. I'm gonna ask this. You've never done heroin, right?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've tried opiates, but not in a way to get high. Like, just when I got my my wisdom tooth pulled out, they gave me Norcos.
I had Vicodin. Isn't that a form of opioid?
It is, yeah, it's my
I
period.
never want to take that again. I felt so weird on it.
What did you experience?
Was he working with us yet? Because I was on it at work.
See, you didn't take enough to get high, but since your body's not used to
I
being
was in
high,
a weird state. I felt kind of numb, but out of it at the same time.
see, the first
If
time
that's
I had an opiate, I was complaining to my first boss at the time, and I was telling her that my back was hurting. So she's a pill freak, and she's like, "Here, take one of these." And I was working, dude, and I've never
Wait,
taken
was
any.
this still at me and Ed's?
No, it was
Oh.
before me and Ed's.
Okay.
And she's a pill freak, so she has a lot. She's like, "Here, take one, you'll be fine." And I didn't know what it was, and I'm like, "Eh." So I took it. I was like 18 or 19, and I just felt like a rubber band. It felt
You know
good.
what? That's a good explanation, actually.
I felt rubber bandy,
Yeah.
and
Very loose.
my back pain was gone. So
Yeah.
go opioids.
When I came out of it though, I was like, I never want to do that again.
You could have given them to me, man.
I flushed them all down the toilet.
I sold. Oh, never mind. Cut that out.
The turtles, man. What about the turtles?
They'll be better this way.
Yeah.
They can fight the Master Shredder or whatever the fuck his name is.
Master Shredder. Yeah. No.
Well, there's Master Splinter. Is it just Shredder?
It's just
then?
Shredder,
It's just
yeah.
Shredder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Master Shredder. We meet again.
Dude, if we were the Ninja Turtles, if we were three of the four, who would you guys be?
Donatello. I love him. And he's the geek, so it makes sense.
Wait, I thought Leonardo was a geek.
No, that's the leader, the blue one.
Oh yeah, you're not the blue one.
Michelangelo is probably Orlando because he's the one that's...
Really, I think he would be Ralph.
Ralph
Raphael.
he has too much of a temper. Because Michelangelo's goofy and he's stupid and probably would do drugs, so
But Orlando's not stupid.
Wow.
I don't know. I feel good.
You know what?
Raphael.
You're right because Michelangelo likes pizza and Orlando doesn't like pizza the right way, so...
Okay.
You motherfucker. That's it. We're going to Italy at some point
When they're unquarantined?
when they're unquarantined. I want some Italian pizza, and I bet you anything they're not going to have that nasty ass cornmeal on it.
Cornmeal's what makes the pizza.
Dude, I go there. That's the only reason that I wanted to go.
And then
And it has cornmeal.
they have cornmeal.
Oh man.
So we got Donatello and we got Michelangelo over here.
And then,
I'll be Raphael.
Raphael. I mean,
He's...
do you get mad easily? Do you have a temper?
Yeah, I just hide it. I'm good at suppressing shit.
I don't know. Because Raphael has a really bad temper. And he thinks very clouded because of
Dude,
that.
you're that bitch Danny.
Huh?
You're not one of the Ninja Turtles. You're that bitch Danny,
Who the fuck is Danny?
the one that joined Shredder's clan.
I don't remember Ninja Turtles, dude. I don't know who that is.
No, you'd be the guy with the hockey. Like the hockey stick.
I know who you're talking. The other hothead.
Yeah.
Casey Jones. I think.
Casey Jones. So who's April? Jessica.
Name drop.
Really? I
We
was
cut
gonna,
that out.
I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna name drop. But you know who?
That's not April.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay. Oh well.
Who the fuck would I be?
I think you could be Leonardo.
You think so?
If not, definitely Raphael. You could be either one.
I don't really have much of a temper.
See, I think I'm just perfect for Donatello because he's the tech guy. He's the nerd on the computer. That's my thing.
Right.
So
I still feel
he
like you're
also fights
Danny.
with a stick. I like sticks. No, I'm just kidding.
Up your ass. Leonardo.
Only
How is he the only one that doesn't fight with like a real weapon? Like Leonardo's got a fucking samurai sword. Michelangelo has nunchucks. Raphael has the two saber
I
swords.
mean, it is still considered a weapon.
It is, but it's like it's a piece of wood.
Still does damage.
let me hit you with a piece of wood. Tell me it's not a weapon.
It's gonna be like Drake and Josh, where they hit them with the wood and nothing. They just turn and look, and they're like, "We thought you'd fall down."
Ooh, Drake and Josh. How do you think that? I forgot her name. How do you think she got her job?
Megan.
Oh, Miranda Cosgrove.
Yeah.
I
I read something that she's one of the only people that wasn't in those scandals with what's his face? Was it Harvey Weinstein?
No, I think
Or
it's
whoever that
Yeah.
Nickelodeon guy was. I heard she was the only one that did everything legitimately. That's what I heard.
Wait, hold on. Why were you trying to figure out how she got in?
Well, because there's rumors that people like Victoria Justice got their own show because they sucked someone off, or like, what's that other girl's name? She's a singer now, Ariana Grande.
what happened to Zoe 101?
She got pregnant.
She
Remember?
died.
Remember, like they were getting ready to end the show, and then she got knocked up, so they had to end it sooner and differently.
Was it Epstein's? Some Jew in some network.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yeah, that's crazy. Imagine getting some head from Ariana Grande.
When you have that power.
Ariana's ex said that she's crazy. Like, she's down to do shit. Like, she's freaky.
Oh, and
apparently.
I just want to clear something up. In a previous episode, I mentioned that Pete Davidson dated Selena Gomez. It was actually Ariana Grande.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that's
You know
what made
she
Pete
says
Davidson.
Pete in her song. That
Really?
makes sense.
What did
has
she say about Pete?
She has a song about her exes, but it's not a diss. It's like, it's called Thank You Next. Like, she's thanking them for what they taught her.
I never heard the song, but the title, it just sounds kind of like, okay, next.
Well, it's kind of what it is. But there's
So-
actually people making fun of it because it sounds like she's saying bacon eggs instead of Thank You Next. So people were photoshopping pictures of bacon and eggs over it.
what
I didn't
happened?
know what to say.
What happened to your generation, Steven?
You're a part of my generation too, Orlando.
The only thing I know about Ariana Grande is that her one song, "God Is a Woman," got like hella like
I've
slack
never
for
heard
it.
that song.
Yeah, don't listen. It's pretty
Yeah,
garbage.
I don't want to.
I mean, just about anything in pop culture is terrible.
Well, we
It's
all
just
know if
simple
there is a
shit.
God, it's definitely a man. No.
Jesus. Okay, welcome back to the.
Welcome back to the Sexist Podcast.
Oh man, we're gonna get a lot of crap later in the future.
Yeah. They know what they signed up for by listening to us.
This is true.
And I mean, can you really take three idiots seriously?
No, not really.
So,
We are gonna offend a lot of people.
I mean,
Blacks,
that's kind of our goal.
Asians.
Asian men.
Dude, I was watching.
Jesus.
No. I was watching videos on YouTube. Dude, Asians eat the grossest shit. Like there was this one chick. She was just eating a chicken alive. Like the chicken was alive, and she fucking just bit into the chest and just killed it, eating it.
Oh my god.
And then I was also watching like this really hot chick, and she just started eating like bat wings and dipping them in some kind of Chinese sauce. And I'm like, dude,
you would see a lot of ASMR videos of them fucking grabbing like a tiny squid
yeah.
and biting the fucking head off.
Dude, did you, I think it was Joe Rogan where they talk about the different foods that they eat, all the wild animals.
yeah,
It was Joe Rogan, right?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was just amazed by the shit that they eat. I was just like, wow.
Dude, we're creating all these fucking things on just Asian people need to chill the fuck out, dude.
No wonder why the coronavirus exists, you
They're
bastards.
eating bats. They're eating dogs, man. What the fuck?
Hey man, all I just know is that I lost Chowder, and if she's out there, if anybody eats her, man,
You pieces of
I
shit.
will find you.
You see, I'd try dog.
Kick your ass.
Just once.
No.
No, Steven,
Just
that's terrible.
once. I'd do it just once.
Okay, let's go get Bear. We'll make some fillets.
I'm down.
I think you're more Asian than you know.
No, let's get Marley.
Oh, he's
dare you.
very Asian. All right.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. No, but dude, Asian people, that's terrible. Like,
I think it's our culture when you think about it. I mean, to them, eating dogs, it's like whatever.
eating bats. Like, eating all of that.
It's all their culture. I mean, we think it's weird because we don't do that, but they've always done that.
Like, I fell asleep watching, like, a video that was from, like, 9 months ago. It's this white guy and then this Filipino dude. and they just went into like Asian areas and they were looking for the wet markets. And dude, they're just eating like roaches or some kind of bug, and they're sticking a peanut in there, like in the insect. I'm like, that's fucking.
Dude, you
gross.
just need to go to some western or southern festival. They sell like candy coated cockroach, fried cockroach.
Dude, that's why we're getting all these fucking diseases. Stop already. Like,
Actually, insects are a good source of protein.
This is why we need to build the wall.
no, we just need to get rid of China.
You know, actually,
A final
in,
solution.
A nuke.
Mein Kampf.
in high school, my biology teacher in 9th grade, he did this thing at the end of the year called Food Lab, where we ate foods from around the world.
Mhm.
And a lot of it is like insects and bugs because
Right.
other places eat different things. Like one of them was like grasshopper,
Oh,
and it was really crunchy.
Grasshopper?
Yeah, it was really crunchy, and the legs like kicked on your throat when you talked for like an hour before they finally went down.
Oh, I thought they were alive. I'm like, what the fuck?
No. Like they would sit on your throat until they would finally work their way down, and they would every time you talked, you would just feel them kicking.
That's disgusting. It reminds me of the movie The Mummy with those beetles
Now-
going your fucking.
You guys
That's why
think
you
that's
eat them.
weird, but you know what else he had? He had menudo.
I like menudo.
I know that's a food from around the world, though. Now, white people, you know, menudo gross, but Mexicans, I just had this for dinner.
It's because well, it's beef. It's still coming from a cow, but it looks kind of gross. There
Well,
are
yeah.
some parts that are
Well,
like,
yeah, what I mean is like just because, you know, like let's say, I mean, Americans, if we're talking about general America, it's mostly white people.
Mhm.
If they see menudo, they're like, "Ew, gross," you know. But Mexicans are just like, "Oh, this is good. I just had this the other day."
good
So
shit. Put some lemon in it.
So imagine in the Asian countries, they're like, "Oh, I just had this grasshopper yesterday."
You know what's really good? Abondigas.
Yeah,
Top notch right there.
What is that?
they're like Spanish meatballs, I guess.
In soup with
Yeah.
potato, cabbage, I think carrots, right?
It's like a meatball soup kind of thing.
Interesting.
really good. You
I'd
need to
down
try it.
I'd try it.
You know how to make it?
I don't, but mom does. I can never make it some.
I've never had
do that.
cabbage. How is that?
Cabbage?
Does it just taste like lettuce?
No, lettuce.
'Cause you know, how lettuce
is
doesn't
more.
really have a taste. It's more texture than anything.
Cabbage just seems more for soups. Lettuce is like, I guess, for sandwiches.
Well, I mean, like, does it taste, or is
Mm,
it just like a texture, just like lettuce?
It's just like a texture,
Okay.
but it has more like vitamins in it, and like lettuce is just mainly water
Was
or
it like
mostly
romaine
water.
or something?
What?
Is it similar to romaine lettuce?
What do you mean?
Well, romaine lettuce has more in it than just regular lettuce. That's what I mean.
Like, well, I mean, no, it's healthier than romaine lettuce. I didn't even know romaine lettuce was healthy. I thought it was the same as like
No,
iceberg.
it's got something in it. I don't know
Romaine.
much, but
my boy remains.
it's Romanian.
Romanian guns.
What you guys got to try is like instead of using lettuce on a sandwich, you put some spinach. Pretty good.
So some ketchup.
Wait. Say the, okay.
I've never had spinach. Does that taste like anything?
It's actually not bad.
It's better raw. I don't like it cooked.
Really?
Popeye.
Yeah,
I like it both.
that's weed. Come on,
he eats wet spinach
it's
in a
weed.
can.
It's weed.
Yo, how do you think you got so fucking strong? No, it's leaf cocaine or something.
It's like steroids.
Cocoa leaves.
Yeah.
You know, actually, I tried broccoli for the first time a couple months ago, and it doesn't taste like anything. I was
By itself or
surprised.
steamed?
It was. I want to. Well, it was in a cooked dish, so I don't know if it itself was cooked.
Was it dry?
It was wet from what was in the dish, but the broccoli itself didn't taste like anything.
Dip it in ranch. It's pretty good.
Ranch is disgusting.
Ah, that's disgraceful.
No.
Yeah, the Japanese have this good thing called tempura. I think it's Japanese, but they like it's kind of like they dip the vegetables in batter and then they fry them. Pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds good actually.
Hmm.
I'd eat that.
Unhealthy for sure. I mean, you defeated the
anything
purposes.
you fry is
yeah,
gonna be unhealthy.
yeah, you defeated the
Cutting.
purposes of it, but
We're
it's
cutting.
good.
No, we're bulking.
We're bulking.
We're bulking.
We're bulking for the winter.
You
It's
think
already the springtime.
You think air fryers they taste the same as when you deep fry it, or do you think it loses
Air
some of the
fryers.
flavor?
What is that?
They basically cook it in the air. They fry it in the air. It's like a enclosed container that air fries it.
I've never used one. I'd be interested in using it.
I wonder if it would taste the same as like if you did fried chicken, you know, the regular way with oil, and then did it with an air fryer. Do you think it would taste the same?
No, I
Because
think.
the air fried chicken would technically be healthier.
Does your grandmother have one?
Honestly, probably, but I don't know.
We would have to check that out.
Because my grandma has so much shit. I mean,
So,
dude, if
Dude.
it's on an infomercial, she probably has it.
She's a pretty good cook.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's funny. I tell her she's a good cook, and she goes, "Oh, no, I'm nothing. My mom was the cook."
Your
My
Christy?
my grandma says
Oh.
her mom was the cook.
have you?
And I'm
had-
just like, well, I didn't know her mom. She
Oh.
died before I was born. But my grandma can cook so much stuff. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you can cook so much. She's like, but my mom could cook anything.
She's your
Rest in
mother. Or
peace.
your grandmother's just modest, dude.
And then there's my mom who has to look up all her recipes and they usually fail.
Dude, I remember walking into your house one time, and I guess she made like stuffed bell peppers, but it smelled just like pizza, and I was like, God damn, it smells pretty good.
You know what's funny is that guy just eats whatever she makes. And I know he doesn't like it based off his facial reactions, but he doesn't say anything because he's such a sub.
Oh, no, it's not a sub. He has respect. I mean, she's going at her way to cook.
Yeah,
I would tell her, I would give her feedback. I would be like, it was fine, but it's not my kind of dish.
I mean, like if I had a wife and yeah, she maybe wasn't the best cook, but I'm not gonna complain about it.
No, it would be different if it was her cooking that was affecting the dish. I mean, he just doesn't like the dish that she made. Like, it's not that her dish was bad. He just didn't like it, but he won't say anything.
Well,
You know-
he's appreciative.
you know what I did when I was living with my ex?
What?
She was terrible in the fucking kitchen, man. She made like some stuffed cabbage that was gross, and I was like, I had to take over the kitchen. Just, it wasn't even like a roll thing. I guess it should be kind of like a roll thing, but dude, I'm a way better cook. Just get the fuck out of here. Let me take care of this.
Hey, that's perfectly fine. I mean, how do you think Chef Ramsay's wife feels?
Goes down on her. It's fucking raw.
You see this fucking starfish? He just offered me a fucking Krabby Patty.
See, I wasn't sure if it was the angry one.
I should have said Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah, I said Chef Ramsay, but almost everybody knows
same
his
thing.
last name, so.
No, it's because I confuse him with that Guy Fieri or whatever.
Who?
The other chef, the fat one with the blonde like highlights.
The only other chef I know of is Bobby Flay.
Bobby Flay. Yeah.
He has his own show called Beat Bobby Flay, where a chef like tries to cook a dish, and Bobby Flay tries to beat them. Like they basically, so two chefs fight to compete against him, and the winner tells Bobby Flay what their specialty ingredient is, and he has to cook with that ingredient and try to beat their dish.
Did you guys ever watch that Shaq show where like Shaq competes with anything just to prove that he could do it better?
No, but I bet you that's where the meme was born, wasn't it?
I don't know what he's talking about, to be honest.
The crying meme. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't
Which
know.
crying? There's a lot of crying.
It's when he like got the red eyes and they're flowing down. He's just like,
Oh, okay. The
think
last time I seen him was on the Hot Ones. Yeah.
Shaq was on the Hot Ones?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, he was on that.
You know a brother can eat his fucking chicken.
Gordon Ramsay was on it too, but he was just fucking criticizing the wings. Oh, this fucking garbage.
You called this spicy?
dude, I tell you when I went to Vegas a couple years ago to meet up with my best friend when he broke down there, we went to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant that's there on the strip. And we asked the waiter, we're like, does Gordon Ramsay ever come here? And he goes, you guys just missed him. He was here like 30 minutes ago. I was
Aw.
like, fuck.
Could have got a picture with him.
I know, I was so upset. And we were asking him like, oh, is he actually like, you know, an asshole? And he's like, oh no, that's all for the show. He's actually really nice and a really good person.
Unless you fuck up on a dish. Then you-
Shut up.
Oh man. So Vegas, that seems pretty interesting, but you definitely have to be more extroverted to go there, I would say.
Depends on what you want to do there.
Vegas.
I mean, you can be an introvert and just go do your own thing there.
But what does there do besides like
Oh,
casinos?
well, so there's
They have a lot of
this
strip
thing called
clubs.
the
I'm sure they have brothels. I don't know.
There's this street. I think it's one street. There might be two combined, but it's called the Strip, and it's like a big line of like stores and restaurants and stuff that you can go to. Like there's the Hershey store, there's the Coke store, Gordon Ramsay's restaurants there. There's a couple other things that I can't remember, but it's just imagine an outdoor mall, I guess.
Right.
It's kind of what it's like.
Now, when you went, I hear that they have like concerts just on
yeah.
the regular on the strip.
They're I wouldn't call them concerts. They're street performers. They're
But-
basically people who are homeless but don't want to admit it, and they're doing stuff for money.
No, but like Steel Panther, they were doing something on the strip.
Oh, really? I don't know about that. You'll see a lot of people, like, you'll see people dressed up as, like, let me think. Like, you know what I'm talking about, where they paint their body silver and they just stand still in a weird position for, like, 2 hours? You'll have people like that. You'll have Elvis impersonators, things like that.
I seen a video on that.
I call them the homeless people that don't want to admit they're homeless. Because that's all they do. They beg for money, but they don't look homeless.
Freaking, there was a video on that where one of those statues people, and I guess it's this little girl went up to the statue and it was like patting his cock and balls, and he had a slapper or something like that.
What is it the British, the ones that have those soldiers outside of like?
Yeah, it's the I don't know what they're called, but they have the fluffy hats, the red uniform, and they're not supposed to break no matter what. If you piss them off, they will.
Will they fuck you up?
No, they'll just yell at you. But
take a gun to Britain.
They basically don't
to
break.
England. Is it England or Britain?
Well, Britain is the name of the country. England is a city in the country.
It's a city?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's Great Britain, the United Kingdom. I mean, well, the United Kingdom is, I think, that and Ireland. I think they're one together now. Isn't that what it is? Great Britain is just the top part of that second island and then the big island next to it. I believe Ireland was the lower part of the small island, but the United Kingdom is the whole thing.
Right, yeah.
If I'm correct.
I think you actually might be correct.
But yeah, England is just a city.
We should go out to the UK for a vacation.
Now is the bad time.
I think the UK is battling the virus the best. I heard that they
just execute whoever's
I mean, that's one way to solve the problem.
You just have to this virus just to
basically, I think after 5 days the body's not contagious anymore, so you just let them rot for 5 days.
It's terrible. That's what we gotta do in this town. Do you have coronavirus? Yes.
We have some help for you over here.
If you pointed to the left, you went to a work camp. If you pointed to the right, you died.
Okay, hands along the wall. Shoot them.
Oh man.
Please have merch.
Oh man, this fucking Corona thing though, man, it's really fucking things up.
Dude, I'm so tempted to go buy a pack of Coronas just to see, like, just to try them now, just to say I have the coronavirus.
You're not gonna like it.
I probably won't.
Beer's not that good.
Yeah,
not that I've tried it, but what I've been told, it's not that
I've
good.
tried one beer before, and it was shit. Now, given it was a bad beer.
You said it was like a Miller Lite or...
Coolers? No. Was it Miller Lite? It was one of the lights. It was either Coolers or Miller.
Who the fuck gave you that?
Brian.
Oh, man, that guy is trash. Why would, if I'm trying to show you like a beer, I wouldn't show you that.
See, I was thinking he was going to give me Bud Light because that's the most popular one.
Like the trashy white girls are the ones
pretty
that
much,
like
but
Bud Light.
I figured, okay, Bud Light because that's the popular one. No. I know it was in a white can. Is that Miller?
In a white can?
In a white can?
It was a white can.
Modelo?
No. It was a pure white can, and it was something light.
It's probably Miller Lite.
I'm pretty sure it was Miller Lite. Yeah, terrible. I took a sip, and it tasted like piss.
Yeah. Don't try Bud Light. That's...
Imagine I come up to you, I'm like, dude, this thing is great. You're like, what?
You trashy motherfucker.
No taste. Get out.
That
I'm
cracks
gonna
me.
kick your ass.
We need that for a soundbite.
I'm down. We'll record that one day.
We're gonna record it right now. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Oh man.
And we're at 55 minutes, guys.
Oh wow,
That actually went pretty fast.
it did.
Yeah.
Really did.
We didn't talk much about Corona.
Well, I mean, there's like it's predicted that 100 million Americans will get infected, 100,000 will die. Those are predictions, at least. Italy's completely quarantined right now. Major sporting events and concerts are being shut down.
I think we did talk about that at the beginning.
Dude, I went to Walmart and I just got some. I was looking for tuna, but I like a specific brand of tuna. And then bread.
Sold out or what?
Yeah, there was no tuna. And then when I went to the bread shelf, like a lot of shit was missing. It's crazy. Like
Yeah, people are stupid, dude.
bread goes bad.
I will
Fast.
say now, it's funny. A couple months ago, Trump was saying that we offsource way too many products from China, which is true. We import so much shit from China.
Yeah.
And look what's happening now. China is closed. They're importing and exporting because of the virus, and there's going to be shortages in the U.S. because of that.
This is affecting China more than us because.
Oh, it is, but there's
Yeah.
definitely going to be shortages because our economy was so heavily reliant on importing shit from China.
Are you saying we just go to the store right now and buy everything? One of everything? Couple of
Pretty
everything?
much.
I mean, you go to your refrigerator and you try to get water, and it says, sorry, none left due to coronavirus.
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't live in Africa.
Man, but these fucking people, they took everybody went crazy with the masks. And now doctors are lacking masks.
What are you talking about, man? I'm going to freaking work with a hazmat suit. Come on.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that doctors are, like, they
They're
don't
at
even
a shortage.
Have, yeah,
Yeah.
they don't even have masks for themselves, and they need them.
Yeah.
Poor guys, man. Poor guys.
And those masks, those surgical masks, they're not the ones that we actually need.
You need a gas mask.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
didn't the doctor say they're completely useless?
Yeah, they're like in case you had lunch and then you're doing surgery on someone, that's just to prevent anything from going into the patient.
Yeah.
That's all the purpose that it has. Like you still have the holes from the sides that are like if you're breathing the same air, that's you're fucked.
Imagine walking around with a gas mask.
It's okay. I'm preparing for Chernobyl #2, the sequel to
Soviet Union.
Chernobyl.
Did those really help for Chernobyl? Those gas masks?
Well, if you want to go into Chernobyl, you need a hazmat suit and a gas mask.
You still need that?
Oh fuck.
It's
yeah.
gonna be radiated for at least 60 years, I think.
Fuck.
Well, yeah, radiation doesn't go away on it. It does eventually, but it takes a long time because it's got to decay.
Imagine if we ever went into like a world war where it was actually nuclear and shit.
If
We'd
we
be
went into a
fucked.
nuclear world war, we would either wipe out the population or very few would survive, and it would take a long time, like thousands of years to reclaim everything.
Some other shit.
It might even cause what they call a nuclear winter, where basically the explosions in the radiation causes the sun to be blocked out, so it gets really cold, like an ice age.
So we'd be for like a man-made ice age there.
Basically, yeah.
Let's do it. Let's bring back the mammoth.
Dude, it's funny how they found, like, well, you say mammoth. They found mammoth DNA in the Arctic somewhere or something like that. And they are trying to clone it. And then I read that they found dinosaur DNA and they're trying to clone it. I'm like, isn't this what Jurassic Park said not to do?
That's a movie, though.
It is, but I mean, do you really want to bring back a dinosaur? They're unpredictable. They're carnivores. I'm pretty sure they'll see us as small and easy prey.
Unless we change the DNA so they can only grow a certain height.
That
I
sounds
don't
very
know if we're that
complicated.
smart yet, at least.
And then with religion, we're not gonna be for a while. With religion interfering with shit, it's
Because
preventing.
I mean, they'll call it playing God, and the problem is religion. Even though they say it's a separation of church and state, religion has a big play on politics and the government.
I am God.
I mean, why do you think they say, "May God help you" or something? What do they say during the speeches that they swear people in? So help me God. Is that what it is? Isn't that at the end? Of
I'm
every
unsure, but
speech?
they still have God in the national anthem.
Not the national anthem, the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge of Allegiance. Sorry.
One nation under God.
Indivisible with liberty and
You know,
Justice for
they
all.
don't make you say that in class anymore because
Really?
it's offensive
To who?
to non-Christians and Catholics.
Okay, like I'm
It's a
non-Christian,
non.
but that's
Well, I
stupid.
mean, they also say that if you don't have allegiance to the U.S., like they don't want to say it, but it's like, why are you here if you don't have allegiance to the U.S.?
Because they want to live here. I don't know. People are retarded.
I don't know. If you want to live here, you should fucking.
Even if you move here from Europe, you should still have allegiance to the U.S. because they're probably allied with you. You know, like even if you're German or something, you move to the U.S., you should still have allegiance with the U.S.
Yeah.
Now,
If you're coming from a place like Saudi Arabia to the U.S. for a better life, you definitely should have allegiance with the U.S. because we're trying to give you a better life.
I mean, if maybe this is an unpopular belief, but if you're not gonna be, allegiant to like the U.S. and you're coming here, and
You're a
especially if you're in one of those nations that's really against what we believe, we shouldn't be allowing them in.
Yeah, we shouldn't.
I'm with Trump. Like if on
You
this
should have to be
aspect-
required, if you're coming here to work or to live here, you should be required to fill something out saying you swear allegiance to the United States.
Yeah.
And get in here legally.
Yeah.
Please get in here legally.
Yeah, it's not that difficult. My dad did it. You guys can too.
I have, like, me personally, I have no problem with anyone coming to the country as long as you just come in
Yeah.
legally, because you just should know what happens if you get caught. There's gonna be
Yeah.
major consequences. That's not on me. That's
Yeah,
the government
and it's
or whatever.
the same way in any other country. They focus on the U.S., but I mean, if you go to Canada legally, it's worse. They're
How?
like they'll send you to jail in Canada. They won't even send you back to their country.
Ooh.
Like
Stuck
their
there.
immigration policies are actually stricter than ours are.
Canadian jail, eh?
Like, you remember when everyone was saying if Trump wins, they're going to move to Canada? It's funny because Canada's immigration policies are even stricter than the U.S.'s, and everyone's saying they're going to move there because of immigration policies that Trump imposed.
Right.
Dude, I loved when Trump won. All the
Oh,
Democrats
yeah.
were crying. I'm like, why are you
Did
crying,
you
you
see
stupid
that?
bitch?
Did you see that news thing where she's like, everyone, you didn't die and go to hell. You didn't wake up from a bad dream. This is real life. And I'm like, really, bitch? You're going to say that on live TV on the news? Like, keep your beliefs to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I know your news network is pretty biased and it shows, but you don't have to, like, go with it.
Well, I think that's gonna be a wrap, boys. Yeah. And so we're not gonna see the next episode, or we're gonna see.
I think
it.
I'll be on the next one.
Not the one
I can
after.
confirm. Give me one sec. I can tell you which ones.
And while he checks, we're gonna be playing some nice music.
So I'll be on the next one and the one after that. So the next two I'll be on, and then I'm gonna miss two,
Oh, okay. All
and
right.
then I should be back after that.
Okay, we need to prepare for those two. I'm gonna definitely get some guests on here. Well, anyway, we'll figure it out. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please leave a rating. Please, I'm tired of asking. Leave us a rating and subscribe. And yeah,
Like, subscribe, suck my dick. I mean, whatever.
sounds good. All right, we will see you guys on the next episode.
See you guys.
Later.
Adios, faggots.